Hello and welcome to VR Reviews. Today we'll be reviewing the Marvel Select Daredevil. So yeah, I decided to pick up Daredevil because I haven't picked up a Marvel Select in a while, so why not Daredevil? He's pretty cool. He is an older Marvel Select, but he's one of the better older ones. He's still got reasonable articulation, and he comes with some accessories and a base and all that kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and move in for the articulation, scope and details, all those sorts of things. Alright, starting with a quick size comparison. Of course, here we have Daredevil. Here's our standard 6-inch Superior Spider-Man, and our standard 3 3/4-inch Marvel Universe Wolverine. Marvel selects in the 7 to 8-inch kind of scale, so he is slightly bigger than a Marvel Legend and way bigger than a Marvel Universe. Now let's get the other two out of here and just look at Daredevil. Alright, moving on to our 360 spin. Here you can see Daredevil. He is mostly red, which is fairly accurate. His body is pretty much all red. It has a little bit of shading in the muscles, so it makes it look a bit varied. He does have the double D there on his chest, although it's a bit difficult to see. His belt, gloves, and boots, and the little pouch there on his hip are a sort of brownish red. So he's pretty much just red all over to a varying degree. And that's pretty much it. Daredevil has a very simple costume, and it's executed very well here. Now let's zoom in on that head sculpt. Zooming in on Daredevil's head sculpt, you can see at the top that he has his two little horns. He has most of the head covered by a red mask. His eyes are a shinier and brighter red than the rest of his mask, which is good. Makes them stand out, and that's also what they are supposed to look like. And then the bit of his face that is sculpted looks fairly good, and it's a pretty calm, standard kind of expression. So that's all very cool. Nothing too special, but it looks like Daredevil, so I have no issues with it. Let's zoom out and look at some articulation. Articulation-wise, Daredevil is acceptable, but not up to modern Marvel Select standards. He has a ball peg head that rotates fairly well, but it doesn't really go up and down very much. Ball joint shoulders and out forward and back. He's missing a bicep cut, which really sucks. Single joint elbow, rotation at the wrist. He has a waist cut, but nothing in the abdominal area. He's got those older sort of Marvel Select style ball jointed hips that go in and out, forward and back. He's really in need of a thigh cut. He does have a double jointed knees though, which is nice. And then he has a single hinge in the ankle, no pivoting or anything else like that. So he's acceptable. He has similar articulation to things like Captain Marvel or the old Wolverine or things like that. So you can get him into some poses, but he's just not quite up to modern standards. Now Daredevil comes with one accessory and a base, so let's go ahead and look at those. Alright, here's Daredevil's base and his one accessory. His accessory is a pair of white nunchucks. Have a little bit of black shading and stuff on them. And the rope in the middle there is a pliable plastic, so you can move them around without fear of them breaking. And then here's his cross base. It has no foot pegs or anything on it, so you can sort of have him stand in front of it, or you can kind of hang him on it to a little bit of an extent, although it's a bit difficult to get him posed just right since his articulation is a little bit more limited than I would like. But the cross is painted very nicely. It's gray, and then it has various sorts of white and dark shading on it, a bit of greenish kind of tinge that makes it look a bit old. Have sort of like a mossy, tarnished kind of look. Very cool. Perfectly acceptable little extra piece, and it sort of fits Daredevil's theme to a certain extent. Now, that about wraps it up for Daredevil and all of his accessories. Let's move on to the packaging. Daredevil comes in the standard Marvel Select packaging style. Got your big window here, Marvel Select logo, Daredevil along the side, Daredevil logo down there at the bottom. On the back you get a picture of the figure, and then you get a little description here of Daredevil, as well as some other available figures, which are Spider-Man, Abomination, and then there's the variant for Daredevil. I have reviewed Spider-Man and Abomination, as I have both of them. As always, these are good for and are out-of-package display, so yeah, Daredevil. Alright, that wraps it up for Daredevil, so until next time, goodbye! Hello, you've just watched one of my videos. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed my videos. If you didn't, run away and never return. Also, feel free to check out my other channels, Venom Raptor for all my variety gaming content, and VR Reviews for reviews of various action figures and collectibles. Thank you, and goodbye.